We can all have situations within our lives where we just go and speak to a person and they just take over the conversation because they're excited to tell you about something, or they ask you a question such as where you're going on holiday, and because they've just booked theirs, they're really excited to tell you about theirs. However, it's one-off, it's now and again. They will also listen to you when you've just booked a holiday and you're excited. They'll be more than happy to listen to you and ask you questions and have that sort of two-way conversation with you. And then you can have those kinds of people that just come along and can't help but talk about themselves constantly. And whenever you try to sort of put yourself into the conversation to have that two-way conversation, they switch off. They start just sort of looking elsewhere, or they turn around and speak to somebody else as you're midway through saying something to them. And then when they've got something to say again, they turn back like you should just be willing to listen. And this is a sign of the narcissist, monologuing, which is when a narcissistic individual will quite happily dominate any and all conversations. They will consistently talk over you. They will consistently take over the conversation. They will talk about themselves. They will talk about their opinions. And this is due to their self-centered nature, the belief that they're special, their arrogance. They don't even see how this behavior can come across as offensive, or can come across as not quite sure you're actually in it for life itself. You're more in it for yourself. The conversation's going to revolve around them. And when it comes to a narcissist and their monologuing, they are like when you're watching a play and there's one character that's got the main role. They want the main role. They want to be the centre of attention. They want to be the best person in the world, to be fair. They want to be admired. They want to be known. They want to be recognised. They want to provoke that envy within others because they tend to be envious of others, yet they believe that it's others that are envious of them. They will endlessly talk about their achievements, their talents, their physical appearance. They will brag and they will boast, and they will happily bring other people crashing down. They will talk about themselves by talking about a third person, by talking about how somebody else has struggled. And with a compassionate narcissist, they can do this in a way where they seemingly care about the third person, yet they're actually doing it to bolster their own ego, to make themselves appear good. They're seeking that external validation to boost their ego. They need that attention. They need that praise. They need that recognition. Now, people in general can like that sort of validation now and again. People can like recognition when they've achieved something. There's no wrong in that. With a narcissist, it's to the extremes that they do it to achieve it, and the negative impact it has on those around them, because they feel entitled to exploit people to get their needs met by people. They will happily boast about any sort of promotion that they got at work, and it's not someone who's worked hard to achieve a promotion and wants to go and celebrate, and you go and celebrate and you spend a moment recognizing their achievement. With a narcissist, they will bring it up 10, 15, 20 years later. No matter what job they've got, theirs is the most important job in the world. They don't see the connection that some people do one job and some people do another job, and it helps bring the world together. Theirs is the most important job in the world. Without them, everything else will crumble. They don't recognise that there's millions of people doing millions of different jobs who have millions of different skill sets. Theirs is by far the most important. So if you're separated from a narcissist and you've got children together and you need to arrange childcare and you've got to work and they've got to work, They might have a more flexible work schedule than yours. However, if they're supposed to be having the kids and they don't want them, well, no, I need to go into work. And your job doesn't matter. They don't care. You need to. They're not bothered. They lack the empathy. They lack the consideration. They will go all out to exaggerate the importance of themselves, the importance of their abilities. They will go all out to belittle and criticise and mock others so that they can claim that they have the best IQ, the best looks, they're the most talented musician you've ever met. Now, we can all have a skill set. We can all meet someone who is really good at playing the piano, but not so great at maths. Someone who's really amazing at maths, but not so great at sport. With a narcissist, they are the jack of all trades, the masters of none. They believe they're the best at everything. And if they're not, they go all out to criticise and mock and bring those who are good, who are talented, down. They go all out to ruin those people's reputations, to make people look poorly on those people because the narcissist is envious of those people. They will talk about how they deserve the special treatment and the special attention. So they'll go into a restaurant where you need a reservation. They'll not have a reservation and they'll be that kind of, don't you know who I am? I know so-and-so. They just expect to be seated. They don't understand. They believe that they're privileged. Yet they go around complaining that everybody else is privileged, especially when they don't get their own way. They don't believe they have to work for anything. They just believe everything should be given. They have that self-serving, grandiose nature. They lack the empathy to care. They believe they're entitled. They fail to reflect on their behaviour or who they are as a person. They just believe they're more important than everybody else. Now, you can have somebody who is working really, really, really hard to achieve something, and they're putting the effort in. They're going all out to attain it for themselves, and they might be excited, they might be giddy. And then you can have someone who is narcissistic, who's envious of that person, who's then going to be judgmental and project and claim, oh, look at them talking about themselves again. Look at them, I don't know who they think they are. And they're someone who's trying to improve their life. But a narcissist cannot stand that. Yet the narcissists themselves, they can talk about things they haven't even done. It's okay for them, it's not okay for those around them. When you're dealing with somebody who just monologues, who just takes over the conversation, who it's all about me, myself and I, the best way to deal with them is don't. Avoid talking to them. They are going to get offended when you switch off because it's okay for them to treat you in that manner. It's not okay for you to treat them in that manner. However, that's on them, not you. We're not here to please everybody. We're here to do our best to get along with people, and some people just have a knack of rubbing you up the wrong way. Not life's short. You want to spend time around those where it's nice to be in their company rather than around those who just make you feel icky. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for the help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon: 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries, They'll be in the description also if you'd like to go and check those out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Thank you for watching. Bye.